What's up, you guys? DJ Felly here. Today I want to share some valuable insights from a industry report from the Knot and Wedding Wire that can make you help inform decisions to boost your DJ business. So as DJs, we're constantly evolving and investing and growing our business, or at least we should be aiming to. So how are other wedding vendors and DJ vendors approaching pricing, marketing, operations, and how can we stay competitive in today's market? Those are all things I'm going to cover in this video. So I'm going to cover the top 4 challenges that DJs continue to face in growing their business. Number 1 is finding new customers. I personally use Yelp, Google Business, the Knot and Wedding Wire, Bark, and word of mouth. Yelp is free. You don't need any money to create an account. Google Business is free. You can make a Google Maps profile or a Google Business profile and people will find you that way. The Knot and Wedding Wire is paid, but that's where my highest quality leads come from. Bark is also technically paid. You pay for credits to reach out to customers. And then word of mouth is free. It's a little more challenging because you have to be out there doing gigs, meeting people, networking, but I've met some venue owners or wedding planners that if you make a good relationship, they'll start putting your name out there and they can bring you free gigs. You should probably pay them a finder's fee if you can do that or if they accept that. But word of mouth is definitely an underrated way. You might know some friends, family members that are having a birthday party, corporate event, a wedding. You can always find someone that might need a DJ in one way or another. So don't underestimate the word of mouth. So if you want to know more on that, go check out the video I made on finding new customers. Number 2 is converting new leads into bookings. So once you find customers or potential customers, you need to convert them into an actual booking. 56% of pros who have been in business for more than 4 years report this as their number 1 challenge, compared to only 41% of pros who have been in business for 10 plus years. So you can see the longer you've been in business, the easier it is to convert your leads. No surprise there. You should be improving on your processes, improving on your business as time goes on. So what are people doing to convert their leads? The Knot and Wedding Wire suggests 3 things. Number 1 is respond to your clients within 3 hours. This kind of shows promptness and eagerness to help your client and that you're really on top of it so you can be the first one in line to respond to them. And sometimes that's all it takes is that you beat your competitors to the punch and they're going to be the first ones you respond to or they respond to you. Sometimes it's not always possible to respond in 3 hours. They might be up at night sending you messages at 10, 11, 12 p.m. like, yo, I'm sleeping. Just try to make it a rule to respond within 24 hours. A lot of the times people do plan on weekends. It's their spare time, so that's kind of when they like to plan their weddings. So just know that and be open to the fact that you might have to do some emails, do some responses, some talks, some calls on the weekends if you really want to get that leg up on your competition. Another thing, don't send long, detailed messages. Keep it short and concise. Tell them if you're available, share your pricing, and finish with a simple ask like, hey, are you available with a call? Or ask them a simple question about their wedding that they feel obligated to respond to. Here's an example of what one of my responses to a client looks like. I say, hello client, thanks for reaching out. I am available on your date of, and I'm thrilled at the prospect of DJing, emceeing your wedding. Here's a link to my price list so you can get an idea of the cost. Do you have availability this week for a quick call? I'd like to learn more about your wedding and answer any questions that you may have. Having a price list and have your pricing up front is something that is becoming increasingly more popular with wedding vendors. People like to know what they're getting into before they even call you or talk to you or hire you. They want to know how much it's going to cost and what you have to offer. The third biggest challenge for DJs is standing out from competitors, and this makes sense to me. You want to have that X factor that makes you the clear choice compared to your competitors. The truth is, for me, I don't think there's anything specific that sets me apart as of right now. I just try to make it as simple as possible for my clients. As years go by and I get more experience, I may start looking into things that set me apart. But I've found success just by sticking to the basics, being clear, concise, and straightforward with your customers. One thing I do have that may set me apart is I use HoneyBook as my customer relations manager software. This allows me to send contracts, invoices, wedding planner questionnaires, schedule meetings. You can link it to your QuickBooks for taxes and accounting. It can even automate processes for you. This helped me out tremendously in keeping everything organized. I highly recommend HoneyBook for mobile DJ professionals. I have a referral link down and below in the description if you're interested in checking that out. That being said, I do think social media can play an important role here in setting yourself apart. Rather than explaining to your clients over the phone or email what your services are and what it looks like, you can just tell your clients, go check out my Instagram, go check out my YouTube, where I have videos of me DJing to crowds, doing my thing, working a crowd, working an event. As the industry evolves, so does the platforms for marketing. While Instagram and Facebook kind of used to be the current focus, this report from The Knot and Wedding Wire suggests that Gen Z prefers platforms like YouTube and TikTok. So having presence on these platforms may be important depending on the clients that you're trying to attract. So keep that in mind, that social media is definitely a powerful tool here that can set you apart from other DJs. Number 4 is making your marketing dollars go further. This is all about getting the best return on investment for your marketing. This report shows that on average, vendors have a presence on 7 sites and pay for 2 sites. As you can see from this infographic, me personally, I actually thought about it and I do have presence on 7 sites. There's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Yelp, Google Business Profile, The Knot and Wedding Wire, and then my own personal website. Obviously, your return on investment is going to be best on the free websites. Social media is free, but harder to use to get clients through that unless you've built a huge following, which, if you're a beginning DJ, it's pretty hard to do that. Yelp is a decent free option, but the leads are not going to be as good as a paid marketing service like The Knot. The Knot, hands down, gives not only the most leads, but the highest quality leads. It's probably the most expensive decision I've made for my business, but also probably the best decision I've made for my business. So you definitely get what you pay for when it comes to marketing. So how much money am I spending, or how much money should you be spending on marketing? The report from The Knot says that 59% of industry professionals are spending 5% or less of their annual revenue on advertising. So if you do the math of how much you're making in a year and you get 5% of that, they're saying that is how much you should be spending on marketing. I'm currently spending way more than that. I'm spending around $3,400 a year advertising on The Knot, which is definitely more than 5% of my annual revenue. But as time goes on, hopefully revenue increases. I absolutely do not regret paying that much to be listed on The Knot. I can see that there is value and it helps you get more leads over the years and kind of build your business slowly but surely. So that's what I have for you today. I hope my own insights, as well as the insights from this report from The Knot, can help you guys think about how DJ businesses are run or start your own DJ business. Leave me a like and subscribe if you like this. Bye.